Welcome. It is properly nice and sunny outside and I will be going for a run, but first I'm going to be soldering on with the Dreamcast collection videos as I head towards my 1000th video on the channel, and I'm going to aim to get all of my Dreamcast game videos finished today. There's only 4 games to go, unless I find all the random games within the boxes. But yes, first on the top of the pile here is Virtua Striker 2 version 2000.1. So not really sure what the version 2000.1 thing's all about. But yes, Virtua Striker, originally an arcade game. Just checking the box for extra Dreamcast games. And yes, VGA compatible, which is nice, and arcade stick compatible for that authentic arcade feeling. Right, so I've grabbed the controller. I'll select, and we don't want to save, we don't need to save during these videos, we'll just cancel. Alright, this was released in 2000, I'm guessing. Pardon me. Can't see where it says, but we'll just assume it's 2000. And here we go. So this is an arcade game. If you want a more simulation game, I'm going to be looking at Sega Worldwide Soccer. Obviously, due to EA feeling burned after what happened with the Sega Saturn, whatever. There were no FIFA games, no EA Sports games for the Dreamcast. They just refused to develop anything for the system. So Sega Worldwide Soccer is your simulation game on the system, and then this is your arcade sort of game. Strange to begin with that you have to use the D-pad. You can't use the analog stick to control, which is kind of odd for this generation of game. Visually, kind of reminds me of Pro Evo 4, 5, 6. Nice tackling, nice kind of satisfying feel to your challenges. It is does kind of hinder the game having to play with the D-pad. It's just bizarre. And, the difficulty level is quite kind of hard to get used to begin with. You might be able to change it in the settings, but the way this plays basically kind of like a World Cup tournament layout, and basically the teams get harder and harder as you progress up the tournament kind of tree. Or across it, should I say, left to right. Just trying to finally get into the opposition's half, and they can't give away a bloody free kick. It's no good, is it? You see the clock by default is going down pretty fast. This was set to like 2 minutes a half, something like that. Sound effects, again, they also kind of remind me of Pro Evo games, more Pro Evo than FIFA, I'd say. Maybe it's just a Japanese thing. It's soccer.
Goal kick.
For fuck's sake. Very good keeper in the England goal now. Well, or better than you can say for the current goalkeeper, Joe Hart. He's prone to the continual fuck up. Fortunately, we won't be able to watch the next England qualifiers because I will be at work. It's a bag of ass. Come on, get there. Come on, yes! I managed to score! Fucking hell, awesome. Goal! No, don't want to save replay. So I think, yeah, they're basically golden goal. There wasn't even a change of half, so very arcadey in that sense. It's definitely different to, you know, your FIFAs and them sort of games. I'd say it's kind of like a more arcadey kind of version of Pro Evo. Obviously Pro Evo's Konami. Yeah, just a little bit less simulation. I really can't imagine that people actually playing this game in an arcade though, Virtua Striker series. It's just, I can't really imagine, you know, people playing any football game in an arcade, or a lot of sports titles, to be honest. I think that arcade games, the mostly driving games like gun shoot, you know, for a reason. Fighters, can't forget fighters, gotta be a pit fighter, aren't you? The only issue with this game, I guess it's kind of realistic in a way, but then again it's annoying in others, is that the players that aren't on the ball, i.e. the computer AI players, can run a lot faster without the ball than you can with it, so you got to keep passing and moving and kind of hope for the best in a way. And that was a ridiculous goal. And that's throwing me out of this tournament. And being an arcade game, you assume there's continue and you get a certain amount of continues and whatever to complete the game. You should see now. Yeah, there you go. So yes, Virtua Striker 2 version 2000.1 for the Sega Dreamcast. Not the best football game I've ever played, but it certainly is solid, and it's got a very unique arcade kind of format and feel to the game, so definitely worth checking out if you've got a Dreamcast and you're into your old school football games. For me, I always remember reading in magazines about Virtua Striker in the arcade and stuff, and I always kind of been a bit of a Sega fan, wanted to play it but never could, and then I get it for the Virtua Striker 2 for the Dreamcast, so for me that's a reason to own it. So yeah, good stuff.